just free entertaining. Everybody gets to do one thing, and you have a whole party. It's great. I've reduced the sauce for the short ribs, and it's so nice and thick. I just want to look how fabulous that looks. It's really thick and rich. It tastes so good. You can really taste the beef and the vegetables and the wine, the garlic. Fantastic. This is going to be really good. Okay, so now I'm just going to put the short ribs right back in and let them heat up together, right in the sauce. Try and get without getting it all over me. Perfect. This is just going to be fantastic. And the good news is it's going to stay nice and hot while I take it to TR's. All I have left to do is make cheddar dill cornbread. TR's making dessert. I wonder what he's making.
So meringue cheddar is it's meringue with whipped cream. I put some vanilla and sugar in. I need to start with some sauce. Half a pint of blueberries. We also need half a pint of raspberries. Third cup of water. Quarter cup of sugar, which I have right here. And a quarter teaspoon of orange zest. It's probably about right. Bubbling away for 8 minutes. Let that bubble. That is bubbling away. It's been about 8 minutes. Don't turn off the heat. 2 teaspoons of framboise. Then we have the other 2.5 pints of raspberries. Stir up. And that's done. And meringues. And mixer and bake for 2 hours, then turn up the heat and allow the meringues to sit in the oven for 4 hours or overnight. What?
I'm going to TR's with a big pot of fabulous short ribs. Now I want to make something like a bread that we can use to sop up the sauces. So I'm going to make cheddar dill cornbread. I think it'd be delicious with it. So I need 3 cups of flour. I use all-purpose flour. And just use your cup to lighten the flour. And then don't pack it down. That's 1. I just think the graininess of the cornbread and sort of the sweetness will be delicious with that really rich burgundy sauce. That's 3 cups of flour. I need 1 cup of cornmeal. Any kind of really good cornmeal that you can find in the store. That's it. And just because I think cornbread should have a little sweetness, I don't want sweet, just a little bit. I'm going to put a quarter of a cup of sugar in it. Because we want it nice and light. 2 tablespoons of baking powder. And 2 teaspoons of salt. And just mix those all together. Okay, that's the dry ingredients. Now for the wet ones. 2 sticks of butter. Melt those. I need 3 eggs. Cornbread's a really great all-around bread. It's easy to make. It's really a quick bread. It's great for breakfast. It's great for lunch. For dinner with short ribs. I think it's going to be fantastic. You need 2 cups of milk. Just whisk that together and then add the butter to it. Okay, now I'm going to add that melted butter. Just whisk all that together. So that's the wet ingredients. Okay, now I'm going to pour the wet ingredients into the dry ingredients. That's the one thing you don't want to do is over-mix it. Because you want to put really tough cornbread. And nobody wants to eat tough cornbread. I make lots of different cornbreads like this with the same base, actually. Just plain cornbread's perfectly delicious, like for breakfast. But sometimes I make jalapeno cheddar cornbread. Somehow I think with short ribs, this is going to be a better flavor. The jalapeno is too strong. Okay, perfect. Now it's time for the cheddar. I always use extra sharp cheddar. I just think it has so much more flavor. I'm just going to grate it on a hand grater. Of course, you can use a food processor, but for one thing like this, it's not worth messing up the food processor. Okay, that should be about 2 cups of grated cheddar. Right into the cornbread. Next thing I need is a cup of chopped dill. So I'm just gonna run my knife along the stems. Just give it a really rough chop. We used to make so many cheddar dill scones at Barefoot Contessa, and I thought, why not cheddar dill cornbread? It's a great combination. Okay, that's about a cup. Right into the mixture, just stir it all together. So I'm just going to let this sit at room temperature for about 20 minutes, and what happens is all the cornmeal absorbs the milk and the eggs, and just so much moisture when it bakes. Then I'm going to bake it and take it over to TR's house. Hot cornbread. This is going to be good. Actually, I love a potluck party. I think when everybody shares in the dinner, everybody gets a different course ready. It's really much more of a fun experience. I just have to finish the cheddar dill cornbread. Okay, so that's for the topping. And I'm just going to pour the cornbread into the pan. This one's 9 by 13. Can really make it any size that fits. It's really thick now because the cornmeal has really absorbed all the liquid ingredients. It's going to be delicious. Just smooth it out. Okay, just a little bit of grated cheddar on top so you can see it, so you know there's cheddar in it. Okay, into the oven, 350 degrees for about 35 minutes, and it's going to be golden and delicious and wonderful. And that's going to be my part done. Now it's all up to TR and Kirk.
Anna?
Hi.
Please tell me you might have some more meringues.
I really don't know. I'll have to go and look.
Fruit sauce and cream is starting to sound like a good dessert.
I found 3.
You're a lifesaver! Thank you, Anna.
That'll be $12.
I hope I get back before
Good food, good friends, potluck dinner. I'm out of here. Okay, TR. Short ribs?
Wow.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
To the table.
Okay.
Is Kurt coming?
He is.
All right. We're ready for anything.
I know. We're ready home? Hey, how are you? Hey.
Anybody with a bottle of wine like that is invited in. Whoa, I knew you
Dessert?
Wow, gorgeous.
Wow.
You made this yourself? I'm very impressed.
All myself. Except the meringues.
How did that happen?
I stuck with the barefoot motto, okay? Buy something, make something.
All right, I have a plan. Next time you're making the main course and I'm buying dessert. And you're definitely doing the wine.
Yeah, the wine. We'll talk about the main course later.